I'm Keith Morrison, and this is Dateline, Stealing Gold.
Columbus, Indiana. A town like any other. Or is it? Nestled in the heart of the Midwest, it seems, at first glance, unassuming, quiet. It also happens to be the home of the Hurley family, and this is where our story takes a dark turn. It was just the three of them, and then a fourth if you count Ruffles the dog. It was a quiet Midwestern life like any other, until it wasn't.
My dad ate up all my goldfish, so I didn't have any for school.
And how did that make you feel?
I was devastated.
You and your dad get along okay?
Yeah, we did lots of stuff together, and that was what's so shocking about it.
You just couldn't believe that somebody that cared for you so deeply could do something that sinister.
Exactly.
Kristen Hurley is Grant's mother and a clinical psychologist.
Were there ever any red flags about what was going on?
Not for a long time. Everything was good. We had good jobs, a nice house, new dog. Everybody seemed happy.
Well, what happened?
We kept running out of all of our snacks, and at first I just thought I was forgetting to add them to the grocery list.
Busy life, easy mistake.
Right.
But was that the case?
Well, I replenished the pantry with all the normal stuff that we would get, chips, crackers, just like normal weekly stuff. But then the next day it was missing again, and I knew something was off then.
So you had the security system installed in the pantry.
Yeah, that ought to hold.
And how long have you been in the private security sector?
About 18 years.
What does that primarily entail?
Anything from home security installations to we even do like private armed security for like celebrities and public officials and stuff like that.
Pretty heavy stuff, huh?
Yeah, it can be. It can be. But in the case of the Hurley family, I mean, it was a couple security cameras, very basic stuff. One thing I found odd was the pantry cam. That was kind of out of the ordinary. I'd never done that one before.
Almost immediately, I think it was the second night, I reviewed the footage from overnight.
Well, what did you find?
I immediately saw who was taking all the snacks.
An intruder? A burglar?
It was my husband.
Oh, that had to be a shock.
I mean, I couldn't believe it. It was like I was watching a movie. There he was, eating the bag of goldfish. Those are for my son's lunch.
We were able to sit down with Matt for an interview at his new home, the Bartholomew County Jail. He requested that we disguise his voice and face. We did not.
Thanks for doing this interview with us. I know it's not easy.
Well, I just want to clear my name, and this is one way I can do it.
So what happened? Why did you eat the Pepperidge Farm goldfish cracker snacks?
I didn't do it, Keith.
Come on.
Keith, if I did something wrong, I will admit it, but I am not going to say I did something that I did not do, especially something this serious.
I've seen the video, though. It shows you dumping the Pepperidge Farm goldfish cracker snacks right into your mouth. How do you explain that?
I've seen the video too, and honestly, Keith, I think it's AI. They're doing all kinds of things with AI these days. I mean, deep fakes and deep states, and I mean, you can make anybody do anything with that technology.
Come on.
I honestly feel like it's doctored, and I've been set up.
By who?
That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
Well, some of your family members seem to think that eating those Pepperidge Farm goldfish cracker snacks out of the pantry wasn't much of a stretch.
You guys want some snacks? Sure.
These are
Some of his family members agree that they saw some odd behavior regarding the snack situation.
Oddly possessive of snacks.
These are my snacks. These are all.
Here, let me help you.
No, these are mine.
Nacho cheese.
You guys, there's some
You can have that water. You know, there's a lot of stuff that my family will say just for some media attention.
So you think they're saying that for the public attention?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, you're in jail now. Is that a result of rumor and innuendo?
Well, I'm not in here for the goldfish thing.
Turns out, Matt Hurley is serving a life sentence for something much more sinister than eating his son's Pepperidge Farm goldfish cracker snacks.
Now you're in here serving a life sentence for homicide.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Did you do it?
Yes, I did.
So let me get this straight. You freely admit that you took a human life, but you will not come clean about eating the Pepperidge Farm goldfish cracker snacks out of the pantry.
Just because I killed someone in self-defense does not mean I'm a goldfish snack thief.
What are the tattoos you have there?
Well, this one right here is a teardrop, and that indicates that I've killed somebody. This one over here is a Japanese symbol that means I did not eat the goldfish. And this one over here, I just thought it was a cool design, so I had my buddy do it.
We may never know the real truth because there is no pending investigation of the goldfish theft. We wanted to know why, so we sat down with retired detective Bill Tilley.
Why in the world do you all film these things in old abandoned warehouses? My name is Bill Tilley. I was a police detective for 27 years. I am now retired.
Why is there nothing being done about this guy eating the Pepperidge Farm goldfish cracker snacks?
Well, while it's a travesty and a shame, there is absolutely nothing we could do to him for that.
Why in the world not?
Well, technically speaking, the man broke no law. He ate the Pepperidge Farm goldfish cracker snacks out of his own pantry in his own house, and he paid for them with his own money out of his own pants pocket, if you will.
But he got his due in the end.
Well, yes, he murdered that guy in the line at the Sirloin Stockade Buffet right there at the prime rib carving station. It was the carving cleaver that he used to get him with, technically speaking.
Well, what does that tell you right there?
The man loved his food a little too much.
Today, the Hurley family has moved on, although it's not been an easy road.
How do you move on from something like this?
You know, I think if I'm really being honest with myself, I know that we all change. We all can fall down a slippery slope of bad decisions that just keep getting worse. And I know he wasn't always like this. Things weren't always like this. So I just try to remember that he could change in a positive way, and we're going to try to move forward.
Well, I gotta ask, do you still eat the Pepperidge Farm goldfish cracker snacks?
Yes.
Nobody's ever gonna steal a snack from me again.
Well, that's all for our story tonight. Please join me again next week on Dateline NBC. I'm Keith Morrison. Good night.